や、もう、それで申し訳ございません。ちょっとね、いろいろしてましてね。シャーロック・ホームズ、悪魔の娘、再び、前回の引き続きからね、配信していこうと思います。もし、初めて見る方はね、もう多分楽しめると思うので、ぜひ見てみてください。シャーロック・ホームズのゲームなんでかなり頭使いますが、はい、皆さん一緒に推理していきましょう。では、していきます。
Locked. Do only 2 people live here? I wish one was me. Do only 2... Bags of food. I like this house. I can't see what's inside. I can't see what... Locked. It's too dangerous to enter. I can't see what's inside. Wow, a lot of expensive stuff. Wow, a lot of expensive stuff. It's too dangerous to enter. Do only 2 people live here? I wish one was me. It's too dangerous to enter. I can't see what's inside. I can't see what's inside. It's too dangerous to enter. Wow, a lot of expensive stuff. I can't see what's... It's too dangerous to enter. I can't leave yet. I'm not finished here. Bags of food. I like this house. I can't see what's inside. I can't see what's inside. I can't. I can't see what's inside. I can't see what's inside. It's too dangerous to enter. I can't see what's inside. I can't see what's inside. I can't see. Do only 2 people live here? I wish one was me. Do only 2 people live here? Bags of food. I can't leave yet. I'm not finished here. Ah, a coat of arms. It might help Mr. Holmes. I'll make a drawing of it. Time to report to Mr. Holmes. Let's get outside before I get caught.
さんこんばんは。こんな夜中に申し訳ないですね。シャーロックホームズ今やっていっております。前回の続きからやしていっています。
Wigan's tale was quite unusual. What do you make of what he found, Holmes?
Brave Toby, best nose in the British Empire.
この人がシャーロック・ホームズですね。うん。服を選べるわけですか。これでいいじゃないですかね。おほー。これはもう横山ノックじゃないですか。おー。向こうのドラマとかでよく見るのはこのホームズさんですよね。こんにちは。目がなして怪しい、おおで横山6だったでしょ今。ひげはどうだろう、なしの方がいいですかね。八重さんのホームズ像ってどんなひげですかね。ひげはなかったかなですね。これですね。どうでしょうか。かっこいい。こんなことしてる場合じゃないんですね。これだね。
Wiggins did a good job. That's not the one I need. That's not the one I need.
印になりましたよね。ビンゴ。
Here it is. So this man could be Lord Marsh. Huh. A lord who hangs around in a public house. Let's pay a visit to Lord Marsh. We'll pretend that we're interested in his charitable activities.
Mr. Holmes, you have a visitor.
Oh, just ask him to wait.
I'm afraid that won't be possible. This young lady refuses to wait for anything.
What?
Father!
Caitlin!
Miss Caitlin's boarding school was flooded. Everyone was sent home.
As if it could smell any mustier.
My word, how is it possible that you have grown up so fast?
You'll be staying. Wherever will we put you?
Holmes, I'll give her my room, of course.
What do you have to say, Kate?
You're on a new case. A respectable lady who's being blackmailed? Or is it a love story between a prince and a suffragist?
However did you guess?
You will tell me, won't you, Father?
ヤジャイさんどれ選びますあ、ちなみにね、この画面の右奥の先ひげ、立派なおひげを生やした方がワトソン博士ですね。ヤジャイさんはどれ選びますかワトソンさん、了解です。いや、ワトソンが妬むをポチリとな。
But you'll make Watson jealous.
All right then. Have fun. I'll go and unpack. Will you help me, Mrs. Hudson?
いや、それで終わりかい。
It's wonderful to have Kate home.
ワトソン博士。ね。じゃあ早速行きますか。ね。では行きますか。
What can I do for you, Mr. Holmes? What can I do for you, Mr. Holmes?
アプリのね。ついたみたいですね。
Holmes, about Caitlin. Yes? She has grown up, hasn't she? Don't you think it's time to tell her?
To tell her what, Watson?
Well, about her father.
Never. Absolutely never. Do you hear me?
Holmes, you were responsible for the death of her father. You owe her the truth. She is old enough now.
I would lose her. Can't you see that? She must never know, Watson. Is that clear?
Holmes.
It won't and can't happen.
訳ありですね。
Come in, please.
Thank you.
Good day, gentlemen. Welcome to my home. How may I help you?
Good day to you, Lord Marsh. My name is Sherlock Holmes, and this is my friend and colleague, Dr. Watson.
マーシュ教の横にいる人はお医者さんですね。聴診器を持ってましたから。この主の体調を管理している人ですからね。秘書でもあるんですが、聴診器とか持ってましたからね。で、この人がこの部屋、家の主ですね。
I hope we're not disturbing you. You are with your physician?
Yes, this is Dr. Reuben Fisher. But no, please, I'm intrigued by your visit, Mr. Holmes.
I'm glad to hear it. The last thing I'd wish is to upset the patient. Lord Marsh, can I just say that I admire all of your efforts in assisting the poor of London?
Yes. It is a war that we must fight on our streets and now, too, from my home. You must surely have noticed those bags full of items, clothing and books for the unfortunate.
That is inspirational. At my own humble level, I too try my best to support those in need. I thought perhaps that I could be of some assistance.
I don't see why not. I already have the valuable assistance of Dr. Fisher, who happens to be my personal physician.
It's curious. Your face seems familiar to me, Doctor. Oddly, I'm associating it with Whitechapel?
Well done. You are right. I do occasionally frequent a few hostelries over there, would you believe it? Not that I am a drinker. But there, dressed as a working man, I can approach the other fellows to see if they might be interested in a special job.
A special job? May I ask what you're referring to?
Certainly. Since Lord Marsh began his special education program in 1889, he foresaw that such people would need an occupation of some kind. And so, with or without education, we propose these opportunities to work with Lord Marsh. It offers the less fortunate a chance to help make London a better place.
That's remarkable.
Yes, indeed. In order to truly see, one requires vision, yes? But also insight. And Lord Marsh has believed this since he was a child.
Oh, Dr. Fisher makes it all sound so romantic. Let's close this topic.
まあ親切に教えてくれてるんだろうけどね、なんかちょっと引っかかる。
Forgive me, Lord Marsh. You're looking very pale. Might I offer Dr. Watson's assistance?
That is kind of you. But I feel confident that I can provide Lord Marsh with the care that he requires.
How long have you been like this, my lord?
I'm fine, Dr. Watson. Don't...
In that case, why are you taking such powerful painkillers?
Excuse me, what do you mean?
Mr. Holmes is referring to the pills on your table.
I'm sorry, but that's a medical confidentiality. Lord Marsh believes that he can help all these poor people.
あ、じゃあ喋った時は俺黙っといた方がいいですね、ヤジヤジさん。申し訳ないです。
Despite my title, yes, I have to share my home with these bags full of food for the poor.
Oh yeah.
John Strobridge. I've seen this name before. It was on a missing persons poster. Last year, 3 orphans were put through medical college. Thanks to Lord Marsh and the special education program, a great many poor people will have a second chance in life. Last year, 3 orphans were put through medical college. Lord Marsh, hunting with his friends.
Ah, my dear comrades, Lord Collins and Lord Harrington. If it wasn't for this godforsaken English malady, I'd be with those rapscallions right now.
All in due time, my lord.
I can't quite work it out. Do you have any idea as to the number of people who might owe you their lives?
Oh, don't embarrass me, Mr. Holmes. But indeed, these people have become like a family to me.
That would be a fairly large family, I imagine.
Yes, the list would be longer than any of your short stories. As for how large, well, Fisher is the one who keeps record.
Might we take a glance at the list?
I regret that is impossible. It is confidential. I stand firm upon that point, Mr. Holmes.
I quite understand. We'll most certainly send a donation towards your educational program. I shall take my leave then. I thank you both and I wish you all the very best, gentlemen.
Likewise, Mr. Holmes.
なるほどね。じゃあちょっと設定しましょうか、ヤジヤジさん。ちょっとお待ちください。
I'm gratified by your interest in my charity. You're the first who has offered to help.
いえいえ、大丈夫です。今は大丈夫ですか？
Lord Marsh believes that he can help all these poor
聞
people.
こえてます？少し下げました。
I'm intrigued by the special education program.
近いわ。
I've never seen so many provisions for the poor, and certainly not in a lord's house.
大丈夫ですか？ありがとうございます。
Bags full of food.
袋いっぱいの食料ですね。あ、ここは閉まってるんだね。
It's shut tight.
びくともしない。これ今までの証拠を書いて出てきた。どうですか、ヤジヤジさん。こういうゲームは好きですか？
Mr. Holmes, do you have any news about my father?
Tom, not so
好
fast.
きですか？ありが
I
とうござい
wanted
ます。
to ask you if you remember your father mentioning anything about a special education program.
An education program? No, he only talked about a special job.
What's this box, Tom?
Oh yeah, I just found it, Mr. Holmes. It was ever so well hidden. I've no idea why.
Well done, my boy. It could prove very helpful.
これだね。こうやって回転させることもできるんですよ。逆転裁判とかたまにやってます。おお。
Wolfjack. Looks like a military badge. This oil can also be used on weapons. A ramrod to clean a rifle.
なるほど。
Tom, does your father own a rifle?
A rifle? No. If he had, he would have shown it me.
I'm sure that he wouldn't have shown it you. I need to find this rifle. This scrap of cloth was used to oil a firearm. Tom, does your father have any other property?
No. Well, at least I don't think so.
I have to take Toby. He'll take a sniff of the oil, and we'll find that rifle.
れですね、向こうのシャーロック・ホームズのドラマ見てるような世界観ですよね、このゲーム。
My archive. I can order. Here it is. Come on, Toby. It's time for you to earn your keep.
そうなんですよね。字幕はちょっとね、でかくはできないんですよ。申し訳ないです。トビーもいる。そうそうそう、プレステあるあるなんですよ。字幕実写すぎひんみたいな。このワンちゃんもとなしく、そうね、可愛いっすよね。トビーちゃんです。
Search, Toby, search.
トビーちゃんを操作するの？とか怪しいね。めっちゃ可愛いんですけど。ねえ、ヤジヤジさん、めっちゃ可愛いないですか？ホームズかトビーちゃんに変わりましたよ。
It's only a garden shed. Let's go on.
そうなんですよ。走れるんですよ。R2 ボタンを押して操作キーを進むと走るんです。ちょっと走りましょうか。トビーちゃん、ダッシュ。はい。走ってます、走ってます。めっちゃ走ってるよ。 かわいいでしょこれですか？トビーちゃんナイス。ここかね。おほー。避けていた鍵が役に立つわけですな。
Pile of rubbish.
奥から調べるぜ。おやあれって飛ぶ依頼人はさっき言った少年なんですけど、写真、少年の写真あれじゃないですか。写真じゃないですかこれね。
Tom's photograph. Let's try to get inside. Let's compare this list with the evidence that we found earlier. This is the list of selected participants for October's special education program. According to this poster, John Strobridge is missing. Let's compare them with people from Hearst documents.
違う。ここだ。ウィリアム・サッチャーがいましたね。で、ここにはいない。ここにもレジナンド・ステーブ、パトリック・ターナー、どういうことだ？ウィリアム・サッチャーと
This man appears in both documents.
でレジナント・ステーブ、レジナント・ステーブ、パトリック・ターナー、パトリック・ターナー、ジョン・ストローブリッジ、彼は行方不明。同じジョンでもこれは違う。トーマス・ケリーとトーマス・ケリー、ジョン・ストローブリッジ、
All the people in Marsh's document are marked and dated in George Hurst's files.
なるほど。ということで、やっぱりお父さんは、やっぱり、なんかあれだよね。息子に何か残そうと思ったんだろうね、手紙にこうやってね。ということで、お父さんはすでにもうこの世にはいないということですか。
News clippings on lords in the education program. Why are they here?
でしょうね、アジアジさん。死を覚悟してたってことですね。あと友人からですね。ほう。
This case must have been full of cartridges. A map of Epping Forest. There was something on the stand. There was a rifle here. George Hurst took it with him.
あ、そうですか。話進んじゃいました。申し訳ないです。そういうことですか。これもこうでね、こうだね。やっぱ特殊な仕事をしてたから帰ることはないと考えて、息子に別れの手紙を書いていた。これだな。どっかに今トビーの声聞こえませんでしたか？ここには何？
Old things.
ないということですね。
Ordinary storage. It's not here. Just some old things.
トビーちゃんの声が聞こえる。中にいるの。お待たせ。はい、飛びちゃいました。JJ さんお待たせ。飛びちゃいますよ、ここに。
Brave Toby, best nose in the British Empire.
Yes. やいやいさんもめっちゃ気に入ってますよ。馬車の中は禁煙やとか言ってみたりする。普通に知ってるけどね。
Holmes, what are you doing here? What are you planning?
A mission of my own. You must play the role of the conscientious doctor while I sneak inside Marsh's house. That's the only way of helping little Tom. The window is firmly shut.
How can I help you?
I came to visit Lord Marsh.
What for?
I would very much like to see Lord Marsh, if you please.
Oh, you're so clumsy. Can you please not...
I have to visit Lord Marsh and offer him my services.
Fisher, please, allow Dr. Watson to enter.
Good job, Watson.
He is dead. Oh yeah?
Let's see how hard to crack this safe is.
Doctor, it appears that you were impatient to pay me another visit.
Indeed. Will you allow me to examine you? A second opinion, so that the great Lord Marsh does not become the late Lord Marsh.
Well, since you put it that way, very well.
Shall I retire to your office, Lord Marsh?
No, please, Doctor. I insist that you stay. I shall need your assistance.
Will you break anything else?
I'll try my best.
Mr. Holmes? What are you doing here?
見つかったんかい。
Will you break anything else?
I'll try my best.
危ねえ。今度は見つからなかったぜ。ねえ、隠れるとかねえ。もう探偵じゃねえよね。金庫破り犯罪オンパレード。うまいね。真実はいつも一つ。
November 7th. This means that the meeting is planned for today. I have to finish my search of the office.
それコナンでしたね。他も調べるもんないな。へい。
I can hide here. I can hide here. Lord Marsh is a keen hunter.
これで全部かな。
I'd suggest that your current weakness is perhaps more than a simple case of influenza, Lord Marsh.
Where might your companion be, Dr. Watson?
Oh, he's busy poking his nose into other people's business, I'm sure.
My lord, I'm sorry to interrupt, but I must remind you about your meeting.
Is it already time? My apologies, Dr. Watson, but we are expected elsewhere. Might we offer you a lift?
You are going out? I'm not sure that's wise in your condition.
I value your opinion, but misery never rests, and I am needed.
Well, do please take good care of yourself, Lord Marsh. I'll send you my diagnosis, Dr. Fisher.
Thank you, Dr. Watson. Farewell. いろいろとね、証拠とかね、集まってきましたね。今回はトソさん素早かったね。
Watson, what are you doing at my table?
I just need to check one thing about Lord Marsh. My intuition tells me that Lord Marsh is hiding something about his disease. His cough, in addition to his fever and his usage of strong painkillers, leads me to believe that he is seriously ill. Let's study it more closely. Sputum with tiny drops of blood. I could take a sample and examine it under the microscope. Let us apply chemicals to color the sample. Let us apply chemicals to color the sample. I need a pipette.
そうなんですね。次はこれですね。
Now, let's examine the colored sample under the microscope.
Eh, そういうゲームあったんですね。おや？
Mycobacterium. It appears that Lord Marsh is seriously ill. Holmes, this is no longer a laughing matter. It is just as I feared. Lord Marsh is suffering from tuberculosis.
You don't say.
Yes, I do say. And Holmes, he will die if he is not transferred to a sanatorium as soon as possible.
And yet both Lord Marsh and Dr. Fisher are doing their best to hide this fact. How interesting.
But why?
Why indeed, Watson?
Oh, but... Oh, dear God. You don't think that Lord Marsh contracted tuberculosis while aiding the poor? How terrible. I have a commitment that I can't possibly cancel. Holmes, during my absence, please be extremely careful. This disease is highly contagious. And remember that we have women at home.
Thank you, Miss Alice. Until later.
I'll see you soon, Caitlin.
Where have you been?
Our neighbor lent me a book. She is so kind. I think she likes you.
I doubt that.
How is your investigation going?
It's going. Dracula?
Yes. It's forbidden reading at my boarding school. Did you know?
Well, well.
It is thrilling.
A map of London.
だって読むんだと突っ込んではダメです突っ込んだら突っ込みがね終わらなくなっちゃいます
Here it is. Cranston's Oak is in Epping Forest. That's the place indicated on George Hurst's map. Let's try to find the place from the hand-drawn map. Here it is. Drat. I'll need to hurry if I want to find out what's going on at the forest.
Father, that boy Wiggins, does he come here very often?
He helps occasionally in some of my cases. Why do you ask?
I'd like to talk to him.
Talk to him?
Father, back at school there are only girls to talk to, and they are so boring. I'm sure Wiggins has lots of exciting stories to tell about his life in London. It would be so romantic.
Kate, Wiggins is not the sort of boy you should be socializing with.
So he's perfect then.
Oh, Kate.
I'll leave you alone now.
つながってきました。このリッピングフォレストでなんで全てがわかるのか。なんだかんだ結構もう4時回ってますよ。大丈夫ですか、矢印さん。そっか、休みなんですね。了解です。いやー、でも頭使うわ、これ。何ですか？じゃあ、これを多分、先にもがりですね。撃たれてる。
Let's see how long you can stay alive! Where is he? You won't get far! Run, little rabbit, run!
やろう。
Is that your blood in the snow?
めっちゃ怖いっすよ、これ。めっちゃ押されたんですよ。目赤くなってきた。やばいやばい。めっちゃ追ってきた。危ねえ。
I saw something.
やろう。
Where is he?
He was poor. This man was killed recently. The body is still warm.
Find him, boys! Find him! Here you are!
まさかい。 危ねえ。やべえやべえやべえやべえやべえやべえやべえやべえ。
You won't get far! I'll help you.
危ねえ。あら。こっちじゃなかったなのね。危ねえ。危ねえ。バカ野郎。マジやめろって。危ねえ。誰が。あら、撃たれた。
I like to call this the swamp of despair! Where have you gone?
足を取られるわけですね。
I like to call this the swamp of despair!
何から沈んだんや。
I like to call this the swamp of despair! You scampering little rat!
そうですよ。はいはい。めちゃくちゃ難しいですよ、これ。ほんまに。マジ半端じゃねえ。
You won't get far!
怖っ。
Where is he?
ってことは、こっち行けばいいんですな。 離れていかんってやばそうね。いてー。あ、間違えた。
You won't get far.
まだこっからですか。
You scampering little rat. You don't stand a chance. I'm following your tracks. You won't get far.
He was killed by a shot to the forehead. My God, it's Lord Harrington's body. My health is deteriorating. I need to dress my wound. The Quartermain Club. This must be Lord Marsh's cabin. I can hide here. I can hide here.
ボロボロやんもうフラダ・ホームズですね。
This will help to dress my wound. Someone's coming, I better hide.
Breathe, Lord Marsh. It's almost over.
Who are you?
George Hurst from the 1st Lovat Scouts, here to deliver justice.
An old soldier. How ironic. Did we refuse you on our special education program?
It's true, I was refused. An old wounded soldier is useless to you, but he can still be dangerous.
We hunted a lot in these woods. but I didn't expect to become the prey. I have lived a grand life without any limits set by others. I will die a happy man, so you won't see me begging you festering wretch.
Prepare to meet your maker.
George, lower your rifle, please, for Tom's sake.
Holmes! My, an almost worthy opponent.
Tom? My Tom? If you've endangered my lad in any way, you will pay dearly.
I assure you that Tom is safe in London with a well-trusted friend. And now, it's time to end this.
By all means.
George Hurst, your bloodlust ends today. You should have been apprehended weeks ago, before you killed Strobridge out of jealousy. Drop your gun. You may have wounded me, but I won't miss you.
If I ever had you in my aim, I wouldn't have merely wounded you.
Oh, the best detective in England.
Detective, take a look here.
This is how you became sick, Lord Marsh. The beheading of your victims who were suffering from tuberculosis was what infected you. Poetic justice. I was wrong.
The best detective in England.
Enough! You'll die here, Lord Marsh, and you'll die slowly.
Mr. Hurst, you've already served brutal justice to Lord Harrington and I hope Lord Collins and Dr. Fisher. Taking that into consideration, you may as well kill Lord Marsh and end the court's main club completely. No loose ends.
ちょっとね、なんか違うような気がするんですよね。なんかね、納得いかないんですよ。んと思って。 皆さんおはようございます。
George, lower your rifle, please, for Tom's sake.
Holmes! My. An almost worthy opponent.
Tom? My Tom? If you've endangered my lad in any way, you will pay dearly.
I assure you that Tom is safe in London with a well-trusted friend. And now, it's time to end this.
By all means.
George Hurst, you have killed enough people. Your insanity ends today. Drop your gun. You may have wounded me, but I won't miss you.
If I ever had you in my aim, I wouldn't have merely wounded you.
Oh, the best detective in England.
Detective, take a look here.
This is how you became sick, Lord Marsh. Beheading of your victims who were suffering from tuberculosis was what infected you. Poetic justice. I was wrong.
The best detective in England.
Enough! You'll die here, Lord Marsh, and you'll die slowly.
I understand your view, Mr. Hurst. I really do, but I couldn't allow you to continue.
ヤジャリさんはちょっと寝たんですけど、寝て？ヤランさん寝てへんのかいな。
George, lower your rifle, please, for...
Holmes!
Tom? My...
I assure you...
By...
George Hurst, drop your gun.
If I ever... Detective, take a look here.
This is how you became sick, Lord Marsh. Beheading of your victims who were suffering from tuberculosis was what infected you. Poetic justice. I was wrong.
The best detective in England.
Enough! You'll die here, Lord Marsh, and you'll die slowly.
Mr. Hurst, you've already served brutal justice to Lord Harrington and I hope Lord Collins and Dr. Fisher. Taking that into consideration, you may as well kill Lord Marsh and end the Quartermain Club completely. No loose ends.
なんでしょうね。
Detective, take a look here.
The beheading of your victims who were suffering from tuberculosis was what infected you. Poetic justice.
The best detective in England.
Enough! You'll die here, Lord Marsh, and you'll die slowly.
I understand your view, Mr. Hurst. I really do, but I couldn't allow you to continue. George, lower your rifle, please, for Tom's sake.
Tom? Detective, take a look here.
This is the beheading of your victims who were suffering from tuberculosis was what infected you. Poetic justice. I was wrong.
The best detective in England.
Enough! You'll die here, Lord Marsh, and you'll die slowly.
そうね、なんか
I
難しい。
understand your view, Mr. Hurst. I really do, but I couldn't allow you to continue.
難しいな。どこかであれな。
I should decide what to do, but...
そうなんすよね。
George, lower your rifle, please, for Tom's sake.
Holmes! My, an almost worthy opponent.
Tom? My Tom? If you've endangered my lad in any way, you will pay dearly.
I assure you that Tom is safe in London with a well-trusted friend. And now, it's time to end this.
By all means.
George Hurst, your bloodlust ends today. You should have been apprehended weeks ago, before you killed Strobridge out of jealousy. Drop your gun. You may have wounded me, but I won't miss you.
If I ever had you in my aim, I wouldn't have merely wounded you.
Oh, the best detective in England.
Detective, take a look here.
This is how you became sick, Lord Marsh. The beheading of your victims who were suffering from tuberculosis was what infected you. Poetic justice. I was wrong.
The best detective in England.
Enough! You'll die here, Lord Marsh, and you'll die slowly.
Mr. Hurst, you've already served brutal justice to Lord Harrington and I hope Lord Collins and Dr. Fisher. Taking that into consideration, you may as well kill Lord Marsh and end the Quartermain Club completely. No loose ends.
マジですか。あ、AJ さんいいっすよ。ゆっくり休んでいただいても。 楽しかったですか？ありがとうございます。じゃあ、これを最後にやりましょうかね、とりあえずね。なんか腑に落ちないですよね。こっちじゃねえの。ほらほら、来た来た。
George, lower your rifle, please, for Tom's sake.
Holmes! My, an almost worthy opponent.
Tom? My Tom? If you've endangered my lad in any way, you will pay dearly.
I assure you that Tom is safe in London with a well-trusted friend. And now, it's time to end this.
By all means.
George, listen to me. If you're seeking an apt punishment and vengeance, killing Marsh will give him exactly what he wants. He would die knowing that he had fulfilled his life through his absolute control of it. But if you allow Marsh to live and be arrested, he will suffer a punishment far greater than you or I could deliver. His ball and chain will be the debilitating tuberculosis. It will drag him painfully and slowly to his demise behind bars.
You're mad! You're both mad!
Let's go and find Tom.
Not just yet. See, Lord Marsh, you will die here, although not by the gun. You'll die slowly.
Don't do this, George.
Detective, take a look here.
This is how you became sick, Lord Marsh. The beheading of your victims who were suffering from tuberculosis was what infected you. Poetic justice.
Holmes, you cannot fully understand why we helped so many and sacrificed a few. But don't let me die like this. Just kill me now.
Mr. Hurst, you've already served brutal justice to Lord Harrington and I hope Lord Collins and Dr. Fisher. Taking that into consideration, you may as well kill Lord Marsh and end the Quartermain Club completely. No loose ends. George, lower your rifle, please, for Tom's sake.
Detective, take a look here.
Holmes, you cannot fully understand why we helped so many and sacrificed a few. But don't let me die like this. Just kill me now.
I understand your view, Mr. Hurst. I really do, but I couldn't allow you to continue.
結末でしたね。いやー、やっぱり方法を変えると、やはりマーシュ教が全ての元凶でした。いやー、何回もね、ちょっと自分自身も納得できなかったんで、やっぱ最終的にはああいうどちらかを打つっていうことになるんですね。まあ、やっぱり、ハーディとされていたハーストをね、さっきの銃を持ってた人は、トムが待ってるんで、撃たない方がいいかなと思いましてね。
Yes! Well done, Watson!
Holmes, you're playing bowls? Indoors?
Not just any old bowls, Watson. Lawn bowling.
Seriously? With your injury? Oh, no. Mrs. Hudson is going to murder you.
Well, that's it for now. Time to go. Would you care to join me?
You're incorrigible. And where are we going, Holmes?
I'm participating in the final stage of the annual tournament held by the London Archaeological Institute's bowling club. It's an official invitation. I'll just need to dress suitably and then we can leave.
と、まあ、最初の、まあ、事件は、ああいう形で解決という形になりますね。まあ、本日の配信はここで終了とさせていただきます。はい。いやー、皆さん楽しんでいただけましたでしょうか。また、やじやいさんもね、この動画を見て、納得していただきましたら、またコメントの方、残しておいてください。では、今回はここで終わりたいと思います。次の配信でお会いしましょう。さよなら。